Who would have thought? A collapsed dead tree in the wild. Under the careful transformation of men, it has become a suitable home for long-term living. The appearance not only blends perfectly with the surrounding environment, the interior space is also spacious and comfortable, and building an oversized fireplace in the corner, it can both heat and cook food. This day, after walking through a dense forest Wood wandered through the woods, I came across a dead tree that had collapsed, and he went to look at it. It was discovered that the inside of the stump was hollow. There is also a spacious and flat open space in the rear, the perfect location for a shelter. After confirming the location, he immediately waved the shovel. Start digging down. Because the surface soil is relatively soft, so digging is super easy. But as the pothole deepens, the roots of the trees crisscrossing the ground are exposed. It really took up a lot of his time. But fortunately, the further down the softer the soil, soon the pothole reaches the desired depth. In order not to waste limited underground space, Wood marks the bottom of the pit, plan out the internal layout. He digs further down on one side, as the main activity area, a naturally higher platform on the other side. It can just be used as a bed. Then comes the construction of the entrance. He plans to use a nearby tree stump as an entry door, connect it to the pothole. This enhances the overall concealment. Match the axe with the handsaw first. Remove excess tree trunks. Slowly make a passage under the stump. In order to facilitate travel up and down, Wood got up and stepped aside, picked a stray tree trunk, and saw it to the desired length. Splicing to make a pair of wooden ladders. Placed under the entrance. Then he climbed the ladder to the ground. Make sure it fits your body perfectly. The entrance location will not be exposed in a large area. Finish these. Wood swung the shovel again. Roofs were dug on both sides of the pothole. Prepare for future roof plugging. In between the busy hours, he realized that he hadn't built a fireplace yet, so he went back to the pit. Choose a relatively safe location in the corner. Dig a line that slopes up. Smoke exhaust channel leading to the ground. Make sure the smoke can escape the house smoothly. And he brought back a bunch of branches. First saw it into a uniform length, then use a hand axe to sharpen one end. This makes it easier to knock into the ground. Then along the side of the exhaust port, arrange the treated wood segments tightly, knock into the ground vertically. And build on that. Build the main framework of the bee furnace. To close the gaps between the logs, Wood takes local materials, stirred some moderately viscous mud, apply evenly to the surface of the frame. Not only can it effectively block high temperature, prevent the wooden frame from being ignited, it can also firmly plug the gap, avoid smoke leakage into the house. In the jungle where the temperature difference between day and night is large, fireplace is the key to survival against severe cold. At the same time, it can also disperse the moisture underground. Always maintain a dry and comfortable living environment. The position of the exhaust port at the top would also apply a layer of clay, used to strengthen the surrounding loose soil, prevent collapse after being heated. Everything is in order. He pulled a magnifying glass from his backpack, and some dry sawdust. With the help of sunlight, the flame was successfully ignited. Then the flame is stuffed into the furnace. While testing the smoke exhaust effect, it also accelerates the drying and hardening of clay. Take advantage of this time. He went to a dead tree next to him, peel large tracts of dry bark from it. Spread evenly on the ground inside the house. Swap the mud floor for clean solid wood floors. It can effectively isolate the moisture seeping from the ground. Busy for most of the day, Wood's stomach growled with hunger, so he brewed a cup of coffee. Pair it with a few cookies you carry with you. Simply fill your stomach. After the strength recovers, and Wood got back to work, he emerged from a tree trunk that had just collapsed, hacked off a flat piece of bark. Sizing to fit the fireplace opening as a cover, prevents sparks from splashing out when burning. It also keeps the smoke from floating around. Then he sets off again, collects soft thick moss everywhere. spread evenly on the bedboard as a mattress, comfortable and moisture-proof. Arrange the house properly, it's time to start plugging in the roofs. He carefully selected a batch of thick and straight tree trunks, erected horizontally above the pothole, form a strong roof frame. Even the tanks are coming, because it's useless to be afraid. As for the gaps between the trunks, Wood still chose to fill it with the omnipotent moss, and then finally we shovel in the sand, overlay above the frame, seal all possible air leaks tightly. It also increases the overall height of the roof, avoid rainwater pouring into the house. For smoke vents located low, he found a hollow tree trunk, apply an even layer of clay inside, fixed above the exhaust port as a chimney. It doesn't look obtrusive at all. To further enhance concealment, he collected a large number of dead leaves, sprinkle evenly on the sand on the roof. After such a disguise, the entire sanctuary is fully integrated into the forest environment. It's hard to spot him even if someone passes by. Pack it all up. Wood turned his attention to the location of the entrance door. Considering the convenience of daily entry and exit, he started by leveling up around the stump, then measured the diameter of the entrance and exit. A thick piece of wood was sawed from the trunk next to it, as a door panel. Then surround the remaining bark and moss. Circle the stump, just decorate it. Even the door panels are covered in moss. Let it fully blend into the surrounding scenery. So far, so the construction of this underground hut has come to an end. Wood turned around and carried the backpack back into the house, closed the wooden door gently, isolated from outside danger. After a short break, he took out the prepared ingredients from his backpack. Start making today's dinner. Start cooking oil in a pan, fry the patties until golden on both sides. In between the frying, he took out a burrito and spread it out. Cut up the refreshing and greasy side dishes. Spread with big sauce and roll neatly. To take the taste to the next level, he set up the grill and the fireplace again. Put the burrito on top, bake until slightly charred. Bite it burnt on the outside and tender on the inside. Every bite is satisfying. Eat and drink. Wood went back to bed. It kicked off my first night here.